On a quiet December night, Chris sat by the fireplace with a cup of hot cocoa, watching the snow fall outside the window. Suddenly, a bright light appeared in the sky, and when he looked outside, he saw Santa Claus' sleigh slowly landing in his garden. Chris rushed out to the garden, where he found Santa Claus in his shiny red suit and warm smile. Santa said, "Hello, Chris. I heard you love adventures. Would you like to help me with a special mission?" Chris couldn't believe his ears and asked excitedly, "What mission?" Santa replied, "There is a poor village that needs joy and gifts this year. I need your help to deliver the presents and make Christmas special for the children there." Chris jumped with joy and said, "I'm ready. What should I do?" Santa pointed to the sleigh and said, "Hop in, and I'll tell you all the details during the ride." The sleigh took off into the sky quickly, and Chris could feel the cold wind hitting his face, but he was enjoying the adventure. Santa began explaining about the poor village and how they could help the children there. When they arrived at the village, Chris noticed the small and modest houses and the people trying to warm themselves by small fires. Chris asked, "How do we start?" Santa replied, "We have bags full of presents, but we need a plan to distribute them without waking everyone up. You'll be my leader for this mission." Chris suggested they start with the children he knew were most in need. They opened the first bag, which was filled with beautiful toys and colorful books. Chris and Santa began quietly sneaking from house to house, placing the gifts beside the beds, leaving small notes that said, "Merry Christmas. Enjoy the presents." As they worked, Chris noticed a little girl sitting by the window, looking at the sky sadly. He asked Santa, "Why does she look sad?" Santa explained that the girl had lost her only doll weeks ago and was hoping to get something to bring her joy. Chris decided to surprise her with something special. Chris searched through the gift bag until he found a beautiful doll wearing a blue dress. He took it and quietly placed it by the girl's window, leaving a note that said, "Your magical doll has been returned to you." Chris and Santa continued delivering the presents until they were almost done. Chris felt tired, but he was very happy seeing the joy they brought to the children's faces. Before they left, Chris and Santa decided to set up a big Christmas tree in the middle of the village. They lit it up with lights and hung decorations, making everyone come out of their homes in amazement. The villagers gathered around the tree and began singing Christmas carols. Chris felt proud that he helped make this moment possible. When it was time to leave, Santa thanked Chris, saying, "You were amazing, Chris. The children will never forget this night, and neither will you." Chris returned home tired but happy. As he drifted off to sleep, he wished for another chance to have a new adventure with Santa in the future.